NWAPP, Nerd with a Vault podcast. It's time to get nerdified.
Alrighty, folks, welcome in to NWAPP. Just a follow-up episode to our most recent one here that we just called Join the Legion Wrestling Podcast. This is going to be a general discussion. Dreadful Rock's actually here.
Yo.
Hey. Alright, some follow-up is necessary to that episode because we found out, and it's all over the dirt sheets when it comes to wrestling, everything like that, but Sasha Banks was actually hurt in that Hell in a Cell match, that opening match that we love so much from Hell in a Cell.
Not really surprising, seeing how brutal that match was.
Yeah, for real. And we might have to speak up a little bit, I'm not sure. I do have the mic sensitivity turned up, but we were using my phone instead of the computer.
Sorry I have such a low speaking voice naturally.
Yeah, it's one of those. We'll see how it turns out. But, so, I mean, what I saw today is it might be a month or two. She might be out. Is the tailbone injury.
Probably that drop kick.
Yeah.
On the steel chair against the cage, yeah. Yeah, that's probably what did it.
Yeah.
That was a brutal hit.
Yeah, it was. Absolutely was. And I mean, you know, and that episode too, just kind of jumping all over the place here, but that episode is like our longest episode, right at 50 minutes.
I'm actually amazed you got me to talk that long.
It was wrestling. It wasn't like pulling teeth.
Me, my old nickname was Silence after all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But the Jan Silent Bob thing might work if we were doing a YouTube channel. People just think I'm lying if it's a podcast. Like, sure, there's somebody there. Him and his imaginary friend. Alright. Oh, man. Alright, so, let's see, what else? If you're local, some bullshit is happening tomorrow with 41 basically being closed for 2 days.
Oh yeah, the whole train thing, whatever?
Yeah. And, like, yeah, it's going to be a big pain in the ass is what it's going to be. And residential neighborhoods are going to be flooded with, you know, highway traffic now. So be on the lookout for that. Yay.
Looks like I'll have to be extra careful trying to find work tomorrow.
Yep.
I'm already careful enough as it is to begin with, but geez.
Right. Oh, man. Let's see. What else is going on? Okay. Yeah, this would be the first time I'm bringing this up because I know I have family that are very much Trump supporters. But at this point, even if you are a Trump supporter, I think it's time to start asking him to pull a Nixon and just go ahead and resign.
I have to agree with that. Because I'm not political in any way whatsoever, but from what I hear everybody say, he just keeps digging himself deeper and deeper.
Yeah, deeper and deeper the hole. Like, everything he does just...
It's like he finally threw away the shovel and got himself an excavator.
He got the Constructicons to come help him dig a hole. Like, yeah. Like everything he
And
does.
their individual parts weren't enough, so he had them form Devastator.
Yeah, it's one of those, man. And like regardless of what you think about him, and my opinion is pretty low to be honest. It's just time, you know. It's just time. One of those, and like just because he resigns, it doesn't stop the impeachment either. But it does help America. It really does. Pence taking over is better for America than what's happening right now. It just is. Soapbox over. Sorry. Alright. We'll probably share a picture of Miss Fortune here on the socials. Like that. She is a kitten that is very much becoming a cat at this point. And what? Had her like 2 months?
Yeah, about.
Yeah.
And when we got her, she was, I'm guessing, around 7-8 weeks.
Yeah, it's palm of your hand size.
Yeah.
And she is just a full-on
And
cat.
she's like tripled in size since then.
Yeah. Silly kitten.
Yeah, what was it Michelle said? What are you feeding her? When she
Yes.
saw her again?
Miracle Grow. Oh, yeah. And shouts out to...
No, kitten chow.
Yeah. Shouts out to Michelle, Azure Dragoness. Some other channel news here on Spreaker. Got a podcast called Am I Evil? And Michelle's on that. We talk about Dracula and vampires in general. So I wanted to get on here and shout that out again real quick for the Halloween season before it was too late. You know. So, have you heard anything else in terms of wrestling related news?
Nothing new yet, really.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to WWE Network on YouTube. YouTube and all, but last night I kind of ignored all those posts and was just watching, like, other Halloween-related videos.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's the season.
Shouts out to Angry Video Game Nerd. Yeah.
So I was watching Angry Video Game Nerd, got a shout out that. Got a shout out to James A. Janice at Dead Meat
Mm-hmm.
with the kill counts.
Oh, yeah.
Great channel if you haven't seen it. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Bit of a language
And
warning.
also, I was watching some old, year to 2 years old Minties,
yeah.
where he did a couple horror movies here and there, just talking about them.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I have to say, last night, one of the videos Minty I came across was the Thriller.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Jackson's Thriller. He covered that, like 10 things you might not know about it. Which in turn made me look up the actual video.
Alright, so give us one. Give us one of them, but not the penultimate.
The director of the music video Thriller, John Landis, was chosen because Michael Jackson loved American Werewolf in London.
Ah.
And John Landis and Michael Jackson met up in their house, and this was an actual interview with John Landis he had the clip from. And it was John Landis sitting next to Michael. He goes, as we were sitting there talking, it became clearer and clearer to me that he only knew me from American Werewolf.
Right.
And that is why, in that music video, Michael Jackson ends up turning into a werewolf.
Yeah.
It was a personal request. He loved that transformation scene, and he wanted Landis to remake it.
Yeah.
Only with Michael.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
And
pretty cool.
they actually showed, shot for shot, scene by scene, American Werewolf and Thriller, and yeah, it's almost identical.
Yeah. Yeah. Side by side, if you do the comparison. I've seen something like that similarly before. I think a number of years ago, probably 03 at this point, VH1 had, a special about it.
That and how they got the funding to make the video was really interesting.
Okay.
Well, they tried to pitch it to, like, say, a TV network. They wanted nothing to do with it, didn't want to put their money towards it, so they approached MTV. And MTV had a strict policy. We don't fund music videos.
Right.
So what they ended up doing was making a making of movie of the making of Thriller, and MTV signed off on that.
Ah.
So, and all the money they got for making the making of Thriller went to making Thriller, which in turn got aired on MTV, and which was so popular actually got aired in movie theaters.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The only music video to ever be shown in music theaters. And yeah, to paraphrase Minty, they made a movie to make a music video that was shown in theaters. And he went like head explosion, like.
All right. Well, let's see here. And more relative news around this time and everything like that. Evansville, I can't speak for everywhere, but I mean, after the summer America had everything else like that, Evansville seems to have felt like it was left out or something. In the last 3 days, there have been 3 shootings.
Yeah, I saw little bits about that on Facebook, but like I said, I didn't really read up on it.
Yeah. Well, one was on, okay, in the last week or so, it's more fair to say, but one was on Saturday night, the last night of Fall Fest, on Franklin Street at Sportsman. Somebody got shot and killed. But at this point, our police are ruling it self-defense. We'll see. Because it's a big enough situation, from what I'm hearing, it's probably going to make national news. Once video gets released, because there's apparently video.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's like one of those, like I'm hesitant to bring it up, but it's one of those kind of things. It's like, what is going on? I mean, even at work, I won't say where I work, but it's in fast food. Like today, everybody is just like, in the olden days, they would have called it like full moon fever, right?
Yeah.
But one of the managers I work with at a certain place was basically like 3 or 4 crew had tried to deal with somebody at a window, and they were insisting that they hadn't been given a sandwich. Alright, finally the manager in charge comes over, and the person is legitimately not only holding the sandwich that they're insisting they didn't get, they're eating it, and still arguing that they didn't get their sandwich.
I was working that day. I was in the kitchen. I was the one that made it. In which turn, everybody forced me to stay in the back because, well, they all know my attitude.
Right. But yeah, it's one of those. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, again, another soapbox moment, but I am trying to fill time here. To be perfectly honest, it's one of those. Like, it's disturbing.
My exact reaction to that was I literally yelled up there, which is why they forced me into the back. Lay off the weed! And yeah, 2 of my coworkers drugged me off into the back break room area.
Oh, wow. Alright. Well, let's see. We're at... Alright, yeah. We'll do this. Make it a 15-minute episode. So I'm gonna go ahead and announce it here. I think. I mean, you're good with the name and title I came up with for the wrestling podcast, the exclusively wrestling podcast, Legion of Geek. Do you have any problem with that?
Well, like I told you when you showed it to me, the only minor little change I would make is Legion of Geeks.
Ah.
But well, other than that, yeah, I'm perfectly good with it.
Well, the only reason I don't want to do that is the initials are Log, and I'm a Ren and Stimpy fan. Alright, so coming soon-ish, about once a month, on another network, as they say, there will be a wrestling podcast entitled Legion of Geek. And all you got to do is follow Nerd with a Phone 1 on Twitter or Instagram, and you'll know when that launches. And we'll give updates on that channel here. And speaking of this channel, speaking of NWAPP, I wanted to apologize that it has been so long since I have made an episode here, but I was working on getting a laptop and everything, and I still don't know how this is actually going to turn out, but Spreaker recently released a update that lets you adjust the mic sensitivity, so hopefully y'all can still hear me, and John.
Well, hear me better, actually.
Yeah. So, we'll see how this goes, but thank you for tuning in and listening to this basically rant episode, the 6th episode of NWAPP on Spreaker. We'll see you soon, and it will be sooner than 2.5 months, I promise. Alright. Peace. Anything to say, John?
Keep rocking.
Alright. Later days, folks.